Hi everyone, Kelly DeVerne here with another episode of NYU Talk and Tell. Listen, have any of you ever dealt with anxiety? Because honestly, I've been experiencing that last night and today, and it's all surrounding this deadline at work, and um, it has just been overwhelming on the 9 to 5. Excuse me. It involved a lot of typing, thus the gloves, but it was a project, or not even a project, it's just tasks that are going to have to routinely be done. Long story short, change systems, change processes, merge companies, and whenever I can get like whenever there's something new to be done, I can get a little anxious, because I want to get it done. I want to do my best. I want to put my best foot forward, and I believe in meeting deadlines. And I guess it's just a transitional period where the team that I work with, we all are just getting adjusted. This is our first month doing it, and just so that overwhelming anxiety, started to come over me. And I've gone through it before, and some of the things that I do on my own, is sort of life coaching and trying to help people who are dealing with stress and anxiety. And you might say, well, how can you help people if you're dealing with it? Well, one of the best ways that you can help people is if you've gone through it, because you know what it feels like. But anyway, there are people that are gifted to do so, but I do have experience in that. And anxiety is that feeling of uneasiness or dread or apprehension or fear that comes from something that's imminent or the unknown or something that's happening in your life. And it's a normal reaction. Like, some people think it's so like taboo, or if something is wrong with you if you're experiencing anxiety, and that is not the case. Anxiety can happen to anyone. It doesn't matter. So it's nothing wrong with you if you experience anxiety, but there are ways that we can handle it, that we can minimize it. For me, just that little self-talk helped today. I had to tell myself, slow down, you'll get it done. Slow down, you'll get it done. Take a deep breath. And I had to take some deep breaths and constantly just talk myself through it. Yesterday, I had to put on some music. I put on some music. I prayed. I got to talk to a coworker. We were experiencing similar things. And so that was a way that I was able to relieve it and bring myself back to reality, which is number one. When it comes to work or projects or anything that you're doing, we're human. We're not machines. We're not computers. And we can only do one thing at a time. So once we realize that, it can help to relieve that anxiety. Another thing that's helpful is, God forbid, I hope this is not the case, but whatever it is, if you don't get it done, will the world stop? Will it impact somebody so gravely to their detriment or to your detriment if you don't get it done? I know there's situations that are serious, and that's not what I'm talking about. So I'm not minimizing anybody's situation, but stop and ask yourself, what happens if I don't accomplish X, Y, and Z right now? Not that you won't ever get it done, but right now. If you just stop and think about it, okay, I don't get this part done, somebody else's, process might be delayed, or it may reflect badly on me. But honestly, our health, including our mental health, is a lot more important than career, than jobs, than tasks, than projects. And for those that know me, they might find this weird because I manage a team, but I always tell my team to make sure that they're taking care of their physical health and their mental health. That is so important. Leaders, bosses, supervisors, managers, team leads, that is so important. If you are over a team, to, check in with them, make sure that they're okay, because a person, an employee, a coworker, somebody on your team that is, healthy, that is mentally healthy and physically taking care of themselves, is going to be a happier and healthier and more productive employee, coworker, teammate. So it's important. It is very important. It's not just about numbers and productivity. It's not, people, because our health, our mental health included, sometimes we overlook our mental health, but it's so important. And anxiety is part of our mental health, how we deal with it, because it is an emotion, it's an experience, it's a feeling that a lot of people share, that a lot of people experience. And again, there's nothing wrong with you if you are experiencing anxiety. There's steps that you can take that will help. Sometimes you just got to get up and walk away from the project for a moment. I think it was a couple weeks ago, I was trying to thread the bobbin on my sewing machine, and I was getting frustrated and getting anxious because it wasn't working. It kept popping out. And I just took a moment. I stepped away, and I actually post on social media, like, me and this bobbin, I'm going crazy over it. And what I found is that people began to make suggestions as to what may be the issue. And that helped me to be able to fix it. Because one of the things, people said, I was like, oh, wow, I fixed it and it worked. But, that's just one example of sometimes you got to step away. If you're working, hopefully you get breaks and you can just step away from the desk. A lot of people in today's, society or work environments, we might take if we don't smoke especially, we might take the break at our desk or at our workstation. But if you can get up and just walk away for a moment, just to get away from that environment, that'll help relieve some of the anxiety that you might feel. If it's really, bad, talk to somebody. Seek professional help. There's nothing wrong with seeking help. That is seen as taboo, or, especially, if you're a person of faith, excuse me, a lot of times you're looked down on, or you think, why do you need that help? But God put the people here with the experience for such a time as this. So take advantage of those situations and opportunities if you have them, if you have people you can connect to. Sometimes companies will have like employee assistance programs where you can get help if it's to that level. Get the help, utilize the programs. Sometimes if you're a part, of a church, of a faith group, they have people there, leaders that can help you. If it's just merely getting up and walking away, taking a deep breath, counting to 10, doing something you like, take 5 minutes and color or draw or something, anything to help you to relieve that anxiety, because that anxiety can build into stress, and then and it all can impact our physical well-being as well. I didn't want to come on here and say all this. I really just wanted to say, listen, if you're experiencing anxiety, you're not alone. You're not crazy. You're not delusional. There's nothing wrong with you. If some of the tips I share, taking a deep breath, walking away from the desk, doing something fun for a few minutes, if that helps, great. Use those to your advantage. If you find your anxiety is on the next level, or it's a recurring anxiety, yes, reach out, get the help. Because there's people that want to help. Nobody's going to judge. Nobody's going to think you're crazy. Nobody's going to think less of you. And if the people that are helpers do, then they're not the right helpers for you. Because anybody in that role that is going to help already knows. So don't, be ashamed. Don't be scared. Don't think something is wrong with you. Get the help you need. And remember, there's nothing more important as far as when it comes to work or tasks or projects or groups or organizations that we're a part of, than your physical and your mental health. You have to be healthy and whole in order to be a productive person in whatever you're connected to, whether it's work, again, a group. Just remember that you're not alone, and it's okay to get help. Kelly Laverne here, NYU Talk and Tell.